Hello, sweet friends! My pancake and I went for a vacation in Europe and we made a short stop in Venice. But before we'll share our one-day trip to La Serenissima, we'll show you first the spectacular train ride going there.
So this is our train to Venice. Someone's eating. She's hungry. Lunchtime, pizza. And as of the moment, it's just us in here. I hope you can see there. There's only two, let's say, or no, four passengers. Two is already occupied by us, and we're actually having luggage problem or luggage space problem. And then we also have some stuff there, also up there. But yeah, hopefully there's no other passengers. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, as of the moment, it's time to relax. We just crossed Italy. I think the border was Brenneri or something. And someone here has already slept very nicely. I think around an hour, while missing the beautiful scenery. It was stunning. Hopefully it's just us in here, so that it will be nice and I can easily move around. Getting all the bags. So anyway, we'll see.
As soon as we arrived at the hotel, we immediately looked for a place to eat. We were starving and we just looked for restaurants nearby. So we went to Trattoria al Gazzettino. Their food was delectable and they even have gluten-free choices. They gave complimentary bread for appetizers and dessert as well with a grappa. I find the grappa similar to tequila, but it's actually a kind of Italian brandy. It was a good nightcap to end our day.
I'm on my way to the Rialto Bridge. Still a bit tired and sleepy, but I cannot sleep thinking I cannot take photos of the Rialto Bridge, so I have to go. It's pretty quiet. Nobody's here, which is awesome. So just trying to go up and have a good shot. I hope I won't freeze.
After having a hearty breakfast, we went to our first stop at Piazza San Marco. We passed by beautiful Venetian glass art by the window, some souvenir shops and colorful Venetian masks. Several boutiques were also along the way, and it was so tempting to visit them, but we're off to see the heart of Venice first. So here we are at St. Mark's Square, and I was surprised that there wasn't a long queue. but we still didn't opt to go inside the famous sites because we just had a day to explore the city, and I reckon it wouldn't be enough. We just wandered around instead, enjoying the warmth of the sun and admiring the magnificent infrastructures of St. Mark's Basilica, the Doge Palace, St. Mark's Campanile, and the Coror Museum. I was in awe looking at them.
Cookie with chocolate, lemon, pistachio, cappuccino.
I'll have the cappuccino.
Yes, for you, miss.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon.
This is the one, the cookies there.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I brought the miss cappuccino.
It just melts in your mouth. You've got to try it.
Really good.
As we went along our next Venetian agenda, we couldn't help but enter the enticing chocolatier with chocolate fountains dripping from a gondola. You just have to get inside. Nino and Friends offered free tastes of their sweet goodies and their savory products. Everything was absolutely delicious, and we ended up buying a pistachio spread and a variety of chocolates. It's truly worth a visit since it's just halfway from San Marco as well. Finally, we arrived at Libreria Acqua Alta, or in English, Library in High Water. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. Indeed, it's one of the most beautiful bookstores in the world. There were books all over the place, covering from wall to wall. It's a treasure trove of books from different genres. It's also fascinating to see how they are placed in gondolas and bathtubs. The most interesting part was the book staircase. It allows you to have a glimpse of the scenic canal behind the store. This place is definitely a must-see for book lovers seeking for an Instagrammable library experience. While waiting for our most awaited tour, we wandered deep into the labyrinth of narrow alleyways that led us to an intriguing path towards the canal. We were mesmerized by the beautiful and heritage old buildings that getting lost there would be a thrilling adventure.
We're joining now the gondola tour. And the first part of the tour is actually like a walking tour, walking around in Venice. So
I'm just excited for the gondola.
The gondola ride was the only paid itinerary we had for this Venetian trip. We booked our tickets from Get Your Guide, which cost us around 80 euros. It included a short walking tour and the gondola ride itself. The guide during the walking tour explained a brief history of how Venice was built and the foundations to keep the city afloat. She also elaborated some interesting parts of their traditional boat, one of which is the ferro. It's the metal decker in front of a gondola. The S shape represents the curves of the Grand Canal, and the 6 prongs resemble the 6 districts of Venice. The gondola ride lasted for about 30 minutes. It started from Rio San Luca and turned to Rio della Verona, then headed straight to Rio del Albero, and exited towards the Grand Canal and headed back to Rio de San Moise. It was a great experience seeing how these iconic vessels glide their way through the tight canals of Venice, and it's equally fascinating how the gondoliers entertain their guests with a serenade. It's truly an authentic Italian experience. I highly recommend to try this for those first-timers in Venice. With our first gondola ride. We wanted to see a panoramic view of the Rialto area, and what better way to experience it than from above? So we booked the rooftop terrace at T. Fondaco dei Tedeschi. It's totally free and all you need to do is reserve online. Since this building is a duty-free shopping center, you can actually enjoy shopping luxury brands and local delights on the way to the top. But we just went straight up to admire the enchanting city lights.
Like a mall, like a high-end mall. There's a lot of, let's say, luxurious shopping downstairs, but the view here is spectacular, it's very nice. It would have been better if the place that we are here now and then it was sunset, because I think it would be amazing because of the lighting and everything. But still the view from here is really good. You can actually see the Rialto Bridge there and the Grand Canal.
It was always a must for my pancake to have an exquisite dinner in Venice because it's one of his favorite cities. His cousin, who is also an avid traveler, recommended a few places. We decided to pick the seafood restaurant closest to our hotel. It's called Corte Sconta. Going there was a bit of a challenge because it was dark, drizzling, and we couldn't really rely on the internet. Unexpectedly, the slight detours we had allowed us to enjoy and discover some local shops. Stepping into La Bottega del Tartuffo, we discovered an array of truffle products, each promising a savory, rich burst of flavor. I was so thrilled to add these Italian condiments to our spice collection in the kitchen. Another exciting experience we had was finding our way to this artisan bookbindery shop. We were so engrossed by the items inside that we forgot to note down its name. We were greeted with a warm welcome by the owner, and he showed us a wide collection of his works, from books to pencils to postcards, and there were quite a number of adorable cat posters too. We just couldn't resist buying a beautifully crafted notebook. He even gifted us a pencil and even signed the notebook. It was truly a memorable encounter, meeting someone who has mastered the craft of the Venetian traditional bookbinding that has been passed on from one generation to another. We continued our way to the dim alleys and finally reached Corte Sconta. We were so lucky to get a table since we didn't have any reservations at all. The service there was excellent. The staff were accommodating, and they even served bread for starters and a complimentary spider crab beignet. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that, but it's quite similar to fritters or cream puffs, but with a savory kick. They even gave us 2 servings since I told them that I just love those spider crabs. For what we ate, I'm gonna try my best to speak it in Italian, so here it goes. For the appetizers, we ordered carpaccio di Sedona papa. It's a dish with thinly sliced raw fish with some passion fruit and vinaigrette. For our main dish, we tried the famous spaghetti nero al sugo nero della Sipia. This is a black ink spaghetti with cuttlefish sauce, and the filetto di sgrombro, which is a fish fillet dish with some seasonal mushroom. As for dessert, we ordered the famous Italian tiramisu. It was absolutely delightful.
Venice will forever hold a special place in my heart.
It felt like our time there was fleeting.
It wasn't merely short, it was too short.
I agree. There were countless hidden gems we didn't get to explore.
That's why we're definitely coming back.
So that concludes our brief yet enchanting trip to the floating city of Venice.
Click the thumbs up if you like our vlog.
We'd love to know what you think, so drop your comments down below.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Stay sweet,
Safe travels.
and let's catch up in the next video. See you soon!